try to improve your life, try to get better, try to stop feeling so needy around relationships. And if you work on those things, when you come into contact with your ex or someone new, you're going to come across more relaxed, more in charge of yourself. And that's what we all want to be. We all want to be in charge of our emotions. We all want to be in charge of our mind. And that's what you need to get to. You need to get to a place where you feel that, where you confidently exude that, because it's just part of who you are. And that's where you want to get to. You want to get to that point where you are confident, you're not as attached, you're not as needy and insecure. And if you work on those things, you will get better and you will get better results. And once you let go of this relationship, this past relationship, there will come a time when they reach out to you. What if my ex dates someone new during no contact? Hi guys, my name is Christine Loveridge and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about what if my ex dates someone new during no contact. Before we get into this video, please do leave a like and please do subscribe. If you have any questions or any stories or anything that you feel might help other people, then please leave them down in the comment section. Also, if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments as well. So this is quite common. When you have a breakup with someone, it's very common for your ex to start dating someone new or for you to start dating someone new. This is something that happens quite often. A lot of people use the idea of getting into a new relationship in order to get out and get over the old one. Now, obviously, it depends on how much time has passed. So let's say you haven't been together for a year and they've now started to date someone new. Now, obviously, that kind of thing isn't a rebound relationship because they've probably had time to think about it and now they're in a relationship. And if you were together for a long time, a year is a good amount of time to be able to get over someone and to heal. Whereas if this person jumped straight into a new relationship, then it's most likely a rebound relationship. So the best thing for you to do when this kind of thing happens is nothing, because if you react, if you reach out to them and ask what the hell's going on, basically, you're going to come across bad and it's not going to give you any chances basically of getting them back. No amount of you trying to convince them that they're making the wrong choice is going to convince them to be with you again. So basically, if this is a rebound relationship and this is someone they've started dating almost immediately within the first few months or the first few weeks or even the first few days of you breaking up, it's best for you not to actually do anything, because the likelihood of it actually lasting, if it is a rebound relationship and it did happen straight away, it's not likely that it's going to last, because rebound relationships rarely do last. I think the biggest fear that most people have when they go into no contact, and especially if their ex starts dating again and starts dating someone new, is that your ex is forgetting about you. But trust me, your ex hasn't forgotten about you. They will still think about you. Your ex will still think about you for the rest of their life, because especially if you were together for a long time, and even if you weren't together for a very long time, they're not going to forget about you. There's probably like a song that's going to come on the radio that's going to make them remind you of them. I mean, I have this experience. If I listen to there's a song on the radio, and it reminds me of a time when I was with someone else in a different relationship. So, we all have like these little things that will always remind us of our exes, or if they go past a restaurant that you two once used to go to, they will think of you. They won't ever forget about you. People don't, unless they have Alzheimer's, right? That's not going to happen. Now, it might be true that you personally are more invested in the past relationship than what they are. Perhaps they're not as invested as you are and they're moving on from it, or they don't care as much as you do, but they won't forget about you. And the best thing for you to do when your ex starts dating someone else is to do nothing. One of the things that I think is really important when, especially if you still have your ex on social media or they can see your social media posts, the worst thing that you could do is to post things that are directed at them. Even if it's indirect. So you might post a quote or something. You may think that you're being subtle about it, but trust me, if they see that post, they will be able to tell that it's about them. Because if you're posting things about breakups or about people not knowing your true worth and they've recently broke up with you, of course they're going to think, hey, this is about me. So don't treat other people like idiots. So don't treat your ex like an idiot. They will be able to tell if you are posting things that are directed towards them. And if you're doing that kind of thing, you are manipulating them, right? You're doing something in order to get a reaction out of them. And I personally don't think manipulation is the way. The best thing for you to do is to actually be working on yourself, to be working on your insecurities and your confidence. The only big shot that you have with getting your ex back, especially if they're dating someone new, is to be less invested in that past relationship anymore. You want to become less invested than what they are. Because if you are emotionally invested in it and you're thinking back on the relationship with rose-colored glasses and nostalgia, you're thinking about how great they are, then of course you're going to have those feelings of missing them and wanting them. So what you need to be doing is switching that up. You need to be thinking of things that you didn't like about them. You need to be thinking about things that, in situations in that past relationship that you didn't like. You need to be focusing on the negative things in order to get over the situation and to become less invested. Because once your ex senses that you're not invested anymore, that you're not missing them anymore, that's when it's more likely that they're going to come back and they're going to start missing you. Because if you're still messaging them, or if you're still looking at their stories, or if you're still liking their posts, even though you've gone into no contact, they're going to be able to tell that you still care and you still want them back. People are very good at sensing whether someone wants them back or not, or someone wants to be with them, or someone likes them. We're very good at that kind of thing. Women are probably a bit more in tune with that, but I think men have it too. I think most men can really tell if someone likes them and wants them back, whereas women do tend to have it like a lot more. They're a bit more sensitive to it. So that means, you have to really be over it. You have to really have let go in order for them to feel that you have moved on. Okay, you really need to genuinely have moved on in order to get them back, which may sound really, really reverse. And it is, and usually like reverse things usually work. Like if you stop caring about something, that's usually when you get the results. That's usually when you get what you want, when you no longer care. Okay, so in that is no exception to past relationships. The moment you forget about your ex and you just stop focusing on them, then they'll come back. You'll randomly get a message of them down a few weeks down the road or a few months down the road saying, hey, how are you? And what will have happened is that you would have moved on, and they would have seen that. They would have sensed it. They would have been able to tell from the way that you post on social media and stuff like that. But the key word here is to genuinely move on. You can't fake it, because people will still be able to tell that you're moved on, because they'll be able to tell that you haven't moved on. So genuinely move on. Work on yourself. Do things that are good for you. Work on your insecurities and the things that you don't like about yourself. Work on improving your life to as much as you possibly can. Okay? Work on your issues around this breakup. Work around your commitment issues. Work on yourself. The best dating advice in the world is always about self-improvement. It's never about changing the other person or trying to manipulate the other person. The best dating advice in the world is working on yourself, you becoming more confident. And that's only ever going to be good for you. If you work on your confidence and if you work on your insecurities, that will always be good for you. It's always to the benefit of you to work on yourself. And I know some days you might not feel like doing it, especially if this breakup has been really tough. And that's fine. We all have days where we don't feel up to doing what we need to do. And that's okay. Just don't be so hard on yourself. But make sure that when you do have the energy, when you do have the gusto to be able to do it and the fortitude, then work on yourself. Try to improve your life. Try to get better. Try to stop feeling so needy around relationships. And if you work on those things, when you come into contact with your ex or someone new, you're going to come across more relaxed, more in charge of yourself. And that's what we all want to be. We all want to be in charge of our emotions. We all want to be in charge of our mind. And that's what you need to get to. You need to get to a place where you feel that, where you confidently exude that, because it's just part of who you are. And that's where you want to get to. You want to get to that point where you are confident, you're not as attached, you're not as needy and insecure. And if you work on those things, you will get better and you will get better results. And once you let go of this relationship, this past relationship, there will come a time when they reach out to you. But obviously this also depends on whether or not they are actually still interested in you, because you can't force someone to fall back in love with you. But this is your best shot. I mean, it's the only option that you have, is to stay in no contact, to work on your neediness and to truly get over it. And then you will find that has left you in the best position possible for them to come back. Please go to www.christineloveridge.com/shop for coaching with me. On there also is a free PDF download, which is a dating manual, and it goes into dating and relationships. Please, if you do read that and you think that there's something that you want me to put in there, something that I could improve, then please let me know and I will do that. There's an email address provided in this video's description box, so please let me know what your opinions are, because I want to make it the best product possible for people that come across my channel and want to truly get better at dating and relationships. Any feedback would be absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has helped you. Take care and goodbye.